What is up, guys? North Digital Assets coming at you with another video. In this video, we are going to take a look at why right now, and has been for the last month or two, why it is the lifetime of an opportunity possibly on the table. It's all probabilities, no guarantees, but we're going to look at some data and show why no matter how much the market messes with your head and continues to go down and has another dump, we're gonna go over why right now is once in a lifetime possibly opportunity that we have not seen before in markets. So number one, I want to look at a couple posts I have put up on my Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter. We talk about buying these altcoins, buying the fear, making the most money possible when the market heats back up and leaves people in the dust like it usually does. So right here, 4 hours ago, I am still DCAing into crypto. I spent about $1,000 today, not a lot, but I'm slowly grabbing coins, okay? One thing to note is you want to get some of your crypto into a wallet, okay? You want to get it into a wallet. If you have some on Coinbase, you have some crypto on Coinbase, you have some on KuCoin, well, you want to get it into some wallets also, but you can leave some on exchanges if you're kind of trading it, moving around and whatever. So 4 hours ago, still buying DCA into crypto, for example, BPRO, CKB, and XLM. What's the downside risk? About 30% if there's one more dip, one more drop before the next run. But the market is very, very oversold, and we're going to be taking a look at that. What's the upside potential? 10x. Definitely 10x, 5x on bigger market cap stuff, 10x on the medium market cap stuff. You get the point. If you look at the 200-week moving average heat map here, obviously we are in that dark blue. And what usually comes after dark blue? No matter how bad the market looks and how much the market messes with your head, what do we usually get after dark blue when you just look at the data? Well, you get a massive run, okay? Still waiting on possibly wave 5. If we come down here, we are still holding this channel like clockwork. Come down here a little bit. I want to show this. Miles J Creative on July 24th. Remember this one when people say we haven't seen capitulation yet. So do the bears that say we haven't seen enough pain and enough losses yet in the market. Take a look at this here from Glassnode capitulation events. The event that has happened over the last months since November, 69K Bitcoin. We've capitulated. We've had realized losses that are larger than ever. So there's been plenty, which could possibly gear us up for that wave 5, even though it's been taking an eternity to get fired up. So that's one piece of data there. Another piece of data here, multi-year opportunity, the 4-year EMA deviation oscillator, okay? Again, take a look here. We are in the negative here on the oscillator, okay? And as you can see, the oscillator usually calls a bottom. This is the bottom of the last bear, and this is the end of 2018, start of 2019, and this is in that drawing I always have, wave 1, then 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, and then 5, okay? And we've gone negative, and it has called bottoms, okay? So we have that as well. I want to play you a quick clip from Raoul Pal from just the other day, and this is very important, so listen to this because this is one of the better clips I've heard and seen that kind of sums up everything that's going on right now and the psychology of the market. So check this out, it's going to be short.
So this chart is the chart I always show, which is the log regression chart of Bitcoin. And what you can see is in the log regression chart, it got to roughly two standard deviations oversold, which is actually about the most oversold Bitcoin's ever been versus its trend. So we should be looking at a reversal point because the exponential trend of adoption is not going away. It's not changing. In fact, the adoption in this bear market has been much better than the previous bear markets where we saw a lot of people leave. We've not seen a lot of people leave. We've just seen network activity slow down because there's less money around because of money supply and inflation. So I'm looking for the turn here. The other long-term indicator I use is the 5-year exponential moving average. And this has encapsulated the trend of Bitcoin pretty much since the beginning. And here we are, just touching that trend. We broke through it. I think we break back up through it. So again, this is the buy zone. You buy these times, and this is where you make the larger returns. The risk reward gets better and better and better the closer to that 2 standard deviations oversold, the closer to this exponential moving average. That's when the really good risk reward. What's the downside? 30%. What's the upside? 10x. So those kind of risk rewards are super rare in almost any asset class, but they are in crypto, and we're in that zone now, and I'm getting more and more comfortable with there. If, for example, I look at the RSI for Bitcoin, the RSI for Bitcoin is the most oversold it's ever been. So that would suggest that the markets are massively oversold. So again, the risk reward looks better and better here. It's actually the same for Ethereum. Ethereum, lowest RSI in history. Obviously, everything's
So there you have it. There you have it. Raoul Pal saying that basically the market is the RSI on Bitcoin, the most oversold in history. No matter, like I showed you just that chart from Glassnode. Yes, there's been a lot of losses and a lot of capitulation from 69,000 down. I know a lot of people's portfolios are way down, but if you have that ability to continue to DCA when we're in this zone, that is your best chance. Because say there is one more dump to a $15,000 Bitcoin, $16,000 Bitcoin, that would be the most oversold region ever by a mile, because we already are there now and we just hit 17.5. We came lower than I thought on the correction through here, through trying to figure out wave 4. But I'll say this, DCAing in now, no matter how much the market has been messing with your head, there will be another run back to the upside, whether it's wave 5 or not. There will be another move back to the upside. The market is oversold. So love the way that he put it there. He also laid out the fact that the last bear market, many more people left, and that would be here. This is the main drawing here. That would be right here. After this top of this wave 5, that was that bear market, and that's when Bitcoin went from 20,000 down to around 3,000, and people were talking about Bitcoin was dead. And that was before you had all these altcoins and such a large market cap and such a large just market in general, okay? So a lot of people left during this stage, okay? We have not seen that in this stage, just like he was saying, okay? So the network activity has just slowed down, meaning when the oversold conditions finally click back over and there's that reversal and pivot in the market, this thing will be able to run, and there will be some massive movements, which is why I continue to DCA in where we are now. I was when Bitcoin was under 20,000 just recently, and I'm still DCAing when it looks smart to DCA. So that's my take on that. If we look at the stock RSI, we had some nice price movement today. We're over 24,000 a number of times. I've had this circled, the stock RSI on the weekly, looking very bullish, pointing up very nicely, looking good. Let's see what comes over the next days and weeks. Like I've been saying in all my videos, the 26.5 to 28/29 is kind of what we're looking for. Is that just a small resistance point? You come up to that range, like 27, 28,000, correct back down just a little bit from that resistance, kind of sit sideways, and then gear up to surpass it and try your crack at it again? Or is it like the bears say, where it hits that 28, 29, it's the biggest bull trap we've seen, and we roll back down to 15, 16,000, and everybody loses their mind and goes crazy? Either way, I'm holding my holding bags. I have trading bags too. I could sell some of my trading bags in this 26 to 28 range. I could sell some of my trading bags and play it safe if I wanted to, in case there is that one more dump down. But honestly, we don't need it. I just showed you that capitulation chart off of Glassnode from Miles J Creative. I don't think it's not necessary. We don't need it, but we're going off probabilities, and we need to find some stronger support and a little bit more volume before we can say that for sure. Because the biggest difference here that I'm seeing is so wave 4, this in here, is starting to look awfully similar to coming out of wave 2 here. You were correcting down on wave 1. You had a fake pump, which is the yellow oval, and you fell below this purple sized box. It's the same thing here. You were coming down. People thought the correction might be over. Here's the fake out, and then you crash again through this purple box even lower here, and now you're kind of starting to recover back up, and you can see that in this shape here and that shape there. You can see the movement. The biggest difference is the lack of volume, okay? Volume down there, volume up here, okay? So that is the biggest difference. We're not seeing that volume yet, but could that volume kick in? Will there be a story? Will there be FOMO? Will there be a number of things that play into on the way to 26.5 and 28 if we start heading there next for that next target we've been talking about? 26.5 is that target. Do we go up into that range and some FOMO comes in and some volume comes in and people finally accept maybe the bottom was in at 17.5? There's some disbelief. Psychology of the market, there's some disbelief, just like the chart I've shown, and you start to get some movement. find a little resistance, come back down, and then you start to get some movement to go battle 28, 29 and try to crack above it. We will see. But anyways, guys, that's what I'm talking about in the opportunity level. Like I said in a video the other day, B-Pro, if you took, for example, something like B-Pro, and we zoom in here, and I'm not even talking this wick, I'm just talking where we're at right now on B-Pro, this green dotted line up to this, just up to this green wick here, okay? 3,500%. A 35x. That's insane. And that's just to the wick high on March 15th, 2021, okay? And if you just look at just the high here in August, that is a 1,276%, and that's not even to the all-time high. That's just back up to that top range from August, and it's a 12x, $1,000 in that case, $1,000 into something like B-Pro. And you don't have to pick B-Pro, but there's many other small cap coins. Look around, do some research. There's many other coins. I'm buying B-Pro. Do what you want, but that would be $1,000 turning into $12,000, and that's just returning to these August levels. So keep that in mind. I know these drawings are a little bit sloppy, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sticking with the channel. Let's hopefully we get some movement out of Bitcoin still in the coming days and next week. So let's just wait and watch. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. See ya.